Hello and welcome to Our Moon Divine Tarot. Thank you so much for being here. So for today, I do have a pick a card reading, and it is specifically for Gemini season. I am asking about what needs your attention at this moment and what Gemini season is encouraging you to learn and apply. I have four piles to choose from, and I have chosen the Lover's card from the deck because it does represent Gemini energy in the major arcana. So as you get ready to pick your card, I would like to encourage you to take a moment to sit with yourself, pay attention to the card, the colors, the figures, the shapes. Think about what's calling to you. Yeah, so let me go ahead and introduce what I got. For pile number one, I will be using the Luna Soul Tarot, and this is the Lover's card from that deck. For pile number two, I will be choosing the Santa Muerte Tarot, and this is the Lover's card. For pile number three, I'm using El Tarot deck. Here's the Lover's card. And for pile number four, I'm using the Secrets of Paradise Tarot. So go ahead, choose your card, and I will see you at your reading. Hello, pile number one, and those of you who chose the Lovers from the Luna Soul Tarot. And so I am starting here by pulling some oracle cards, and we will be using this as an energy check. So if this part of the reading resonates with you, then you know that you're at the right place. If this part of the reading does not make sense for you, then definitely feel free to check out a different pile. But I want to remind you that it's always possible that there are no messages for you in this particular reading. So yeah, we have, well, on this side, we have Mars, motion, and the number 22. You have the number 40 and transform with Raven, and the number 19 as well with focus on the big picture. Okay, I'm pulling out just a couple more clarifying cards here. And you have waxing gibbous moon and waning crescent moon over here. Okay, so oh, I love this. Okay. So actually, before I begin with the oracles, I want to focus on this Lover's card. Okay, I was meditating on the pile before I began, and asking for the messages that you needed to hear. And for this pile, if you are somebody who has, been working on your enlightenment, I don't know, I'm getting somebody who's maybe been opening their third eye chakra, their, even like, just working on their healing. I'm getting just like having a deeper understanding of the world. I'm getting the message as above, so below. I'm getting that you are having a sort of spiritual enlightenment here, okay? Your crown chakra might be opening here as well, okay? And I'm getting that you're trying to get started on something that's going to bring this enlightenment into your material world, okay? Like that message of us above, so below, right? And then with the Aries over here is like, there's something that you want to share, okay? I don't know why I'm just seeing it as like just the transfer of messages of enlightenment, of light, of illumination here, right? And it goes, over here, like it's vocalized to this figure here, and then over here it's passed down, through the throat into the mind of this person. It's like you're gonna, like, it's like if you could be a teacher, and I don't mean this in the traditional sense of in the school system, right? But just somebody who likes to teach others about, it could be about their spiritual growth, it could be just about anything, right? It could be about transformation, it could be about healing, it could be anything really, okay, but just somebody who has messages to share, who has learned a lot about themselves and is ready or getting ready to pass these on to others, okay? I'm getting bringing healing to others around you, okay? Now with Mars and motion, I do get that Gemini season, something that you're learning is to take action, okay? It's like maybe you've been sitting over here with these ideas, they've been simmering in your head, you've been doing a lot of learning yourself, but now you're being asked to do something with them, okay? To take them somewhere, okay? With focus on the big picture, there is this need for you to identify what it is that you want to do with these messages. You know, how do you want to share them? I'm getting, you know, like, do you want to start a social media platform? Do you want to go work in your community? Do you want to like start a program, right? Like I'm getting like big movement over here, okay? That is like, that's gonna allow you to share what you've learned here, okay? So you know, on this side with the waning gibbous moon, you have harvest, reception, and gratitude, okay? And I'm seeing this more on the internal side of, you know, you've been kind of chill again, you've been working on your harvest, you've been on the receptive mode, okay? You've been like, how do I say this, is like carefully tending to your your garden, right? Like your growth. You know, I'm getting, show gratitude, I'm getting for the lessons that you learned. Some of you might have had to, you know, spiritual enlightenment and awakenings and just any sort of transformation here. You know, you have a transform with the raven, okay? It is not easy. Obviously, like, you know, you might have been going through some, you know, dark night of the soul sort of situation. You know, obviously a lot of pain even it can be daunting, it can be inhibiting here, but I'm getting, you know, kind of that you're gonna start seeing those hard times that you went through, and that you're going to start like even being grateful for what you learned, because it will actually enable you to do something more that's going to feel better for you, that's going to feel right, like back to this focusing on the big picture, that it's going to feel meaningful for you here, okay? Now, with the waning crescent moon over here, I love this, right? Surrender, restoration, and trust, okay? It could be a very slow process, but I'm getting, like, I go back to this, right? Like you being a source of restoration for your community, for others around you. And I, you know, and it doesn't even have to be big picture. I'm not gonna lie, I am getting a big energy here. Just somebody who has something to share with a lot of people, but it doesn't have to be like super like that you have a big platform, right? Like you're giving lectures or you're doing, you know, big concert hall talks, I don't know, right? It's just, it can be even communicating your learnings to individuals here, right? Like passing the information one by one, having one-on-one meaningful conversations, messages to transfer here. With transform, I mean, I'm getting just like this transformation within you. I go back to this, right? You have been sitting on the pain, on the heartache, the imagery of the raven here, you know, just you truly being that communicative energy here, showing others how to transform with you, you know, all that purple, like the purple and indigo here, just very much reminding me of crown chakra energy, right? Like I said, it's like, I'm just getting like your third eye's been expanded, your crown chakra is opening up over here, and I'm just getting, I don't know, like you're waking up to this new version of yourself, okay? So let's see what else what else are you learning? Let's see what else Gemini season has for you. Pile number one. All right, so you have, yeah, you have the Chariot, you have the Emperor reversed, you have the Three of Wands, and you have the High Priestess reversed, okay? So yeah, okay, I'm gonna show you back of the deck energy. I wasn't really gonna do much with it, but you have the Ace of Swords reversed, okay? And I'm getting that you feel like you're still learning about whatever it is that you are trying to do. But the Chariot is asking you to charge forward, okay? There is some resistance over here. I'm getting you not feeling ready, you not trusting yourself. When you see the High Priestess reversed, right? The High Priestess has all the knowledge, right? She keeps it silent. she's very, she's mute, she's in her knowledge, she's in her power over here. But the reversal is making me think that you're not trusting yourself with the knowledge that you've acquired, okay? But I'm getting that it's time to like close the books and put it into action, okay? Like learn to trust yourself. Maybe what you are still learning right now is to trust yourself, to actually say, hey, I do have the knowledge, or the knowledge that I currently have is enough to get me started. Can you continue to learn? Absolutely. That doesn't mean that you have to wait any longer, okay? It's like I'm getting that what you have right now is enough to get started. Okay. The reversal of the high priestess as well, like it's telling me, right, it's like you've been very secretive, very hidden, keeping all of this knowledge to yourself, and the reversal is really telling me like, no, 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 it's time to open up, okay? Like break those boundaries, okay? Like turn things upside down and work on your self-trust and put yourself out there, honestly, okay? Like especially with this Mars energy, and focus on the big picture, putting your plans in motion, okay? Over here, back again, like the resistance with the Emperor reversed, okay? So this is like your within energy, how you're really, really feeling within. There's a part of you that wants to get started. There's a part of you that wants to get going. There's double Aries energy over here, okay? So like charging forward. And, I want to say, Aries energy isn't always the most refined. It could be a little bit careless. And maybe that is what you're a little bit scared of over here, right? That you don't want to be careless. You don't want to take a faux pas, false step. Why did I say false step sort of situation? Like that's not even how you, anyway, a false step. But yes, once again, that reminder, okay, that emphasis over here, like you're gonna have to trust yourself here. And the Chariot is seeing that, okay? The Chariot is escaping the things that haven't worked for them. They're leaving behind something that was not good and search for something better. You may have decisions to make around where you're going. The Lovers also brings that energy of choices, okay? For those of you, I don't know, like let's go back to this. Maybe you have been working on your spiritual enlightenment and you want to share that, and it's like you don't maybe necessarily know exactly how you're going to do that, but you're starting to take a step in that direction, okay? And I'm getting, plans can change. There's still some learning to do, some exploration to do over here. But ultimately you are charging forward, okay, taking that first step. I'm getting, if there is a misstep over here, you can always change directory, because like the Chariot is gonna be successful. Yes, you might go one way or one the other, but it promises you success in whatever it is that you're going. And I'm getting with the transform with Raven as well, that even if you come up on another setback, there's this message of even that is going to be a learning opportunity for you and help you figure out what it is that you need to keep going with and charge forward with, okay? Now with the Three of Wands, I am seeing you exploring, continuing to explore. Once again, expansion, okay? This is expansive energy. This is another Aries energy, okay? So we have Aries, Aries, Aries. We have Pisces, Gemini because of the Lovers, okay? Oh, I love that. Yes. You have fire and water, okay? So I go back, back to this balancing of your passions and your feelings. I'm getting using your feelings to help you fuel your passions and vice versa, okay? Or bringing those into balance over here. But I'm also getting with the I don't know, like the Aries and then into the Pisces, just like endings and beginnings, because Aries is the first sign of the zodiac over here, and Pisces is the last, and it's like you've gained, it's almost like you're working backwards, or not backwards, right? It's just you're starting a new cycle over here, okay? It's like that enlightenment, this level up that you're going, this cycle that you're in, you've gained the enlightenment that you need to start charging forward into this new cycle of yourself over here and embody this exploration. Now for some of you, you could be traveling, you could be exploring new ideas. I'm getting new cultures, new concepts during this season. Some of you may just straight up be traveling, or you're being asked to find something new, okay? It doesn't have to be, you're right, if we can't all afford to just kind of hop on a plane and go somewhere new. But it's like, I'm getting finding, like finding a new park nearby, or visiting a new, like, I don't know why I got a restaurant. right? But, you know, just kind of visiting something different, starting something that's, or charging towards something that's a little bit out of the ordinary for you, because those are the little steps that you need to take to help you, you know, with your, how do I say this? It's almost like with conquering your fear, trying new things, okay? But for some of you, yeah, travel is very much in the cards here, okay? I'm also getting, you know, learning about new cultures, learning about new concepts, having this, you know, if you feel like you're still in this learning mode, then continue your learning by exploring, you know, I'm getting, you know, different belief systems, different value systems, you know, just to kind of help you, you know, bring these into balance, you know, kind of process your understanding, like learning about the way that other people do things in the world, right? And how that can make you more complete over here, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead, pile number one, and wrap up with a message from the Four Agreements here. And let's see what we have. Ooh, sorry, like the cards are kind of my hands are sticky. This is me. Oh, not sticky. That sounds weird. Like my, you know what I mean. I'm just, the shuffling is on me right now. Okay. So you have take action on your ideas. Come on. How beautiful is that? Always do your best. Take action on your ideas. So whatever you're thinking, take action. Doing your best means to take action. You can have many great ideas in your head, but without acting upon an idea, there will be no manifestation, no results, and no reward. Pile number one, I'm going to leave it there. That felt like the perfect wrap up here. So, you know, I hope you do go forth and share what you have in mind and all the enlightenment that you've gained recently. And thank you so much for being here. And I'm going to say, you know, if anything resonated, please feel free to let me know. You can always leave me a like, a comment, subscribe if you feel inclined to. Thank you for sharing your energy with me, and best wishes. Hello, pile number two, and those of you who chose the Lovers from the Santa Muerte Tarot. So I am starting off here by pulling some cards from a couple of oracles. So I am also using this as an energy check. So if this part of the reading resonates with you, then you know that you're at the right place. That means that the tarot messages will also be for you. If this part of the reading just does not make sense for you, I would say check out a different pile. But I do want to remind you that it is always possible that you don't have messages in this reading this time around. You know, sometimes that happens. But yeah, so we are starting here with you have progressions and a journey. You have a south node, past life, natural gifts, and karmic challenges. You have the shift and the number 38, and you have the 10th house, career, public life, and reputation as well. And a couple of other numbers I see are 56, 32. So in case any of those mean anything to you here. All right. Now, ooh, I do sense some challenging energy. Okay. I'm gonna say, you know, I was meditating on the cards before I started this reading, and as I was looking at this card in particular, well, for this deck, for this reading, you know, the first message that I got was communication is key, okay? You see the symbol of Mercury or Nike, like the wings over here on the key. So there is something that either speaking out will not fix, but I'm getting, you know, it'll you know, get the ball rolling, start solving some issues here, okay, by talking. It could be talking about your needs, it could be finding community is something else that I'm getting, because I got a very strong sense here of being put at odds, okay? There was just this, I don't know if it's, you know, for some of you, I think it's just like the red and the blue, okay? The red is giving me very strong root, like root chakra, just like kind of foundational energy over here, right? It could be something to do with the home, with your roots, with expectations that were placed on you, even if it's not from your immediate family. It could be expectations that were placed on you by society over here, right? And like you're having this trouble reconciling that with who you are, and with speaking out for yourself, okay? So, you know, there is this sense of some struggle here is what I'm getting. And the big message that I got from this card was here is to allow your heart to guide you, allow your feelings to open those doors for you. Okay, like the key here goes into the heart space. So it's like, for some of you, it could be talking about your feelings. It could be, I'm even getting, talking about injustices that you may have faced. It could be talking about the things that haven't worked. It could be, I mean, just even processing what you do want on the other end, right? Like, hey, actually my heart wants this. My heart is looking for something else, whatever it is, okay? Communication is key, and allow it to connect to your emotions here this month. Okay, for some of you, getting in touch with your emotions can be the big thing that you are learning this season. So you do have progressions, okay? And I love that this is over here with South Node, because the South Node is the past, is where we were, your past lives, your natural gifts, right? But you could be facing some challenges to move away from those things that were, okay? Yeah, I go back to this roots issue thing, right? So it could just be expectations that you had about yourself, an old version of yourself that no longer is, that you are progressing from, that you are being asked to move from. Now, the thing is that does not come without its challenges, okay? Now, progressions, like, it's like you will shift over here, okay? There is this transformation going on within you, but there are still, I'm getting that there's still obstacles that you are overcoming, okay? There are still mountains that you need to climb, ideas that you need to work through, okay? And hence the just trust, okay? You might not see the rainbow yet, right? Like, your version of yourself that you want may not be in full bloom at the moment, but the seed has been planted. The roots are growing. I'm getting planting your own roots, okay? Creating your own like foundation, okay? Especially for those of you that feel like you're separating from something that was keeping you from growing, from being your own authentic self here. All right, is like, trust that this new version of you will shift and emerge, and it will happen. There just does seem to be a little bit of kind of processing, and I hate to use the word struggle, but it is what I'm getting, right? It's like, I don't know, like that you might be struggling a little bit right now, or a lot of it, I don't know your life, but it's gonna be ultimately for this major shift, this greater good over here. Okay, you will emerge. I'm getting you feeling more balanced. I love that all the colors are represented in this card. You will be, shifting into just, just the butterfly imagery over here. You will be rising over here, knowing how to, I'm getting balance the good and the bad, balance your past and your future, slowly heading toward your north node, toward, what it is that you want to achieve. And then you have the 10th house here, okay, which is career, public life, and reputation, okay? Very much about how you are perceived. So for a lot of you, this transformation is very much going to be, it's going to lead you toward how you will be presenting yourself in community. It could be, yes, it can be career, in a traditional sense, right? It could be you creating your own path as well. All right. But there is, you are working and heading toward this, it's like everything that you're going through is just, oh, sorry, I got stuck on Capricorn energy. But because it's like more challenges, right? I mean, Capricorn energy is, it's when you think of the sea goat and the just kind of climbing mountains again over here, okay? And I'm getting like, when will I reach the top of the mountain, and when will I actually achieve what I want, and things like that. And okay, I'm sorry, but I'm getting some of that Capricorn energy of like, you will, okay, you will achieve greatness over here, okay? These are lessons to be learned over here. But sometimes I'm even getting somebody who is like, I don't mean this in a bad way, okay? Just please, if this part, you don't want to, like, okay. It's almost like you're going to get through these mountains, okay? You're going to get through the challenges that you're currently facing. And then you are going to be like, you know what? I was so much better for that. I became so much stronger. Dang, I really did that. And then you're going to see a mountain off in the distance and you're going to be like, you know what? I want even more. I can do even more. Look at everything that I went through. I can even take on that mountain and that challenge and that obstacles. Is like this part of your journey is to show you how strong you are and how, you know, and sorry, I guess like the part where I'm like, oh, because it's like, I'm not telling you that you're going to have more obstacles and things like that. I mean, you might, right? Because that's just kind of how life works. But it's like this part of your journey is preparing you to face any further challenges that might arise later. It's going to show you how strong you actually are here, okay? um and yeah, and it's gonna affect you in a way that I'm getting, you can make a living. Okay. Like whatever it is that you're going through is preparing you, like it's gonna be something where like you could be in the public eye here. It could just be like something that's gonna make you money, okay? Like eventually you're gonna learn how to work through this. I don't know, like you know, for some of you it could be just like you're going through school and something like that, and then it's like, okay, but at the end, you know, you have like a promising career coming from you, right? For others of you, it's like these challenges that you're going through are going to help you. You're going to learn how to use them to help you, right? Create a living for yourself. Okay. So like it could look differently for different people, but it will have a positive outcome here. Okay. So let's see what else the tarot has to say to you here. Okay. Pile number 2. All right, you have you have the Queen of Pentacles, you have the Two of Cups, you have Judgment, and I feel like doing another little shuffle here. And you have the Two of Pentacles as well. Okay, I want to note the two twos. And yeah, okay, and back of the deck energy, you have the Four of Swords. Okay, so yeah, start, you know, well, start manifesting. Okay, like to me that's like a manifestation card over here, right? Like you're really thinking of what it is that you want to create for your future, because that's what you're working on right now. Okay. Now, all right, so yeah, with this Two of Cups over here in your within, some of you, I'm getting just feeling a sense of imbalance again. It could be heartbreak. It doesn't have to be romantic heartbreak over here, but I do want to note, like you have like the Two of Cups and the Two of Pentacles. So for those of you that are heartbroken over, this is almost like a side message over here, that are heartbroken over like a relationship or like partnership or like lovers and things like that. It's like this Two of Pentacles has you know, like the balance of these two figures here completing each other, okay? And coming from the heartbreak over here and you're within, and then what's coming this way, it's this upright. It's like that heartbreak's gonna be resolved and it's gonna be even better than you expected, okay? Because it's gonna be feelings and it's gonna be real. It's gonna happen. Like you're gonna find this balance that I'm also getting money, okay? Like money coming your way, like money. Dang, this is like a very money pile. I don't know. But you know, like just kind of finding that balance with someone. I'm getting like a person coming your way. It doesn't have to be romantic, okay? It could be like business partnership. The Two of Cups can also be a business person, like partnership sort of thing. Just kind of, it could be a friend over here that's going to offer you your support, that's going to help you on this journey, okay? So for those of you, you know, like with this heartbreak going within, I'm getting heartbreak coming from something that let you down. Like I said, it doesn't have to be a person. It could be an idea that let you down. Maybe you really wanted something and then all of a sudden you're like, dang, that just really wasn't for me, and it's leaving you heartbroken, right? I'm getting disappointment in the system, like disappointment in, I don't know, like something that didn't work out for you over here. But what you have coming is going to be even better, even stronger, okay? You do have a second chance over here with Judgment showing up, okay? I know it showed up reversed, but there's still a new opportunity coming your way, okay? And I think the reason it showed up reversed is because you are resisting, okay? That's why you have South Node over here and not North Node, because you are resisting this transformation. You are resisting leaving behind karma from, like there's karma that needs to be resolved for you, okay? And so there are things, it might be these challenges, okay, that you are facing over here. So there's this need to see these challenges as opportunities, because otherwise you are limiting, you're inhibiting your ability to rise up again, okay? I want to show you that, I don't know if you can see it, but like in the back of the deck, we have the Four of Swords. And in this Four of Swords, like they're putting the nail on the coffin, and I'm getting like, there's things that you need to let die, okay? I go back to this, the South Node, the roots, like something from your past over here is holding you back and keeping you from rising up again. So you need to figure out, you know, what it is that you are resisting, and why is it that you are resisting this transformation? Why are you resisting this new chance at this new version of yourself, this shift over here, okay? Now, with the Queen of Pentacles, I do get like something that you can start with over here is by putting that care into yourself, okay? Personally, I like that the Queen of Pentacles came out reversed here, okay? Because the Queen of Pentacles, I love her, okay? She is more Capricorn energy, I want to say, okay? You have Capricorn as well. The Queen of Pentacles, can take care of herself and others, okay? She is a queen who is caring, can produce, right? Kind of, I mean, mini Empress energy over here with, you know, take, create, multiply, handles her scandal, and then some. All right, but right now you are putting all of that energy into yourself. You are worrying about your needs. You are taking care of your mental health, your emotional health, your physical health. Okay, put that money into you. Okay, so if you're spending money on others, okay, maybe you're like, I don't have money to spend on myself. Okay, it doesn't have to be like you're spending, you know, a lot of, you know, money to take care of your needs, right? It's not like you're confusing self-care with like, I'm gonna have a spa day and that's my self-care. If that works for you, great. And if you can afford it, great. If that's what's gonna fill your heart, great. But I'm getting like, don't confuse you know, like spending a lot of frivolous money as a form of self-care. Nonetheless, okay, there is this need for you to pay attention to your own needs, and don't be afraid, especially, right, like if you're, let's say that you're overindulging in other things, or, you know, using your money to pay for other things that don't even make you feel better or whatever. It's like, hey, there's no harm in that, okay? So taking care of yourself does not need to be material. It does not have to be money oriented over here, but you know, if there is something that you can do for yourself to make you feel better, like that's a good start, okay? Like to kind of help you process, and, you know, as you're navigating these, because it does sound like, right, you're going through some difficult times right now, but I'm getting that the big thing is going to be you taking care of your needs here. Now, I didn't intend to do this, but I do feel like pulling from my little deck of self-care, because that seems to be the little, not the little, the big lesson in here. So let's see. What do you need to know? Yeah, you have explore. Okay, that wanted to come out. You have explore and you have share your love. Oh, I love this. 1, 2, 3. Okay, progression. You're moving up. Okay, things are happening. Okay, you have explore and you have share your love. Okay, so yeah, with explore, just, you know, try something new, try something different. I wrote down explore outside, a different room, find a different window to look out of, right? Move your workspace, like, I don't know, right? But explore a different perspective, okay? Explore different perspectives of understanding the world over here, okay? But you are in this exploration. Explore different ways to take care of yourself is what I'm getting, okay? You know, look into different things for self-care, because you might not even, right, like realize like, oh, I didn't know that journaling was a thing for me, or I didn't know that nature walks were a thing for me, right? And if you hate it, okay, you hate it, but at least you tried something new, okay? And then we share your love. Have you told those you love how you feel, okay? Nurture your relationships, okay? Yeah, you know what? Don't confuse. Yeah, okay, thank you. Thank you, Spirit. Because with the Queen of Pentacles being reversed, and I was saying, you know, like take care of yourself, right? Yeah, that does not mean dismissing your relationships. That does not mean, you know, putting people aside, right? Like you obviously need to find balance between that. And I'm also getting, right, like, especially with the Queen of Pentacles, you know, sometimes she can take care of others through, you know, in material ways. And, you know, it could be labor, it could be money, it could be acts of service sort of thing. And I'm also getting just that reminder of like that you can show others you love them with your words as well, right? So like, you know, just, you know, that kind of message here, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and pull a final card from the Four Agreements Oracle here. see. What else does pile 2 need to know for Gemini season? What else does pile 2 need to know? Don't make assumptions. Let your life be transformed. This is so beautiful. Thank you. Sorry. Just because I feel like it truly encapsulates this, okay? Back to the beautiful butterfly imagery, right? It's like you are, I don't know, the cocoon or the, is it cocoon? Pupa? The cocoon really called my attention right away. And I'm getting that you are in this like you are in, this is the stage that you are in, okay? But you will rise a butterfly soon, okay? And I want to remind you that the cocoon part is the part where everything feels like it's falling apart and it's all gooey and messy and chaos, but what emerges is just going to be so wonderful here. Let your life be transformed. Stop resisting, okay? When you stop making assumptions, your word becomes impeccable and your life is completely transformed. Magic just happens in your life. What you need comes to you easily because spirit moves freely through you. All right, pile number 2. I'm going to leave that there. Thank you so much for being here and joining me for this reading. If anything resonated, please feel free to let me know. You can leave me a like, a comment, subscribe if you feel inclined to. Thank you for sharing your energy with me, and best wishes with all. Hello, pile number 3, and those of you who chose the Lovers from El Tarot deck over here. Oh, yep. Okay, that is exactly what I expected. Okay, so I am starting here with by pulling some oracle cards, okay? And I will be using this as an energy check, okay? So if this part of the reading resonates with you, then you know that you are at the right place. If this part of the reading does not resonate with you, definitely feel free to check out a different pile. But it is always possible that there are no messages for you in this reading because sometimes that is just what happens. Wow. Okay. So I do have a couple of cards here left to pull, but I want to point out that you have the number 21 and Venus showing up. You have 41 and Warrior Woman, and the number 16 with opportunity, okay? You have retrograde with reversal, deceleration, and distance. And then you have one more. We have quincunx, which is dissonance, adjustment, and discord, okay? Now, I want to start with the Lover's card here because as I was meditating on the card before I started your reading, while I was asking for your messages, okay, there was just no way around it, okay? The big thing that I saw here was partnership, love, relationships, okay? And Venus showing up here really emphasizes that, okay? If you are not looking for a love reading or love messages or messages about relationships, then this is not going to be your pile, okay? Because this very much feels like the reading for somebody who is trying to learn about their love styles, that's trying to get started on a relationship, that's ready to charge toward a true union, a balanced union, okay? I'm getting that for some of you, you have been paying attention to your shadow side over here, that you're actually, you know, and with quincunx over here, okay, you've been paying attention to the things that haven't worked out, the dissonance, you're adjusting as needed, you're learning about yourself with retrograde as well, okay, revisiting the things that have not worked out in your relationship so that you can truly charge forward into a beautiful partnership, okay? This is the yeah, like these are the big messages that I'm seeing here, okay? And okay, yeah, actually I'm gonna go back up a little bit, okay? Because the two colors that really stood out to me were, you know, over here, really, I mean, you know, like just the pink and the blue over here, the emphasis on those here really show the message of balancing like what you're communicating with your heart, okay? Just like the green and the pink are associated with the heart chakra, and the blue is communication and your throat chakra over here. So those might need some balancing, okay? If chakras are not your thing, you know, maybe just look into it, check it out, see if there's any messages for you there. If it's not your thing, okay, you know, no harm done, but you could have some learning waiting to happen around balancing of your heart chakra and your throat chakra, okay? Because what I'm getting is communicating your love might have been a shadow that you have faced, right? Or sharing your feelings over here, right? Or you might have been assessing, you know, your love style before and how you can move on from that, move forward from that, okay? So those are like some things that are, I'm getting, gonna be important this season for you, okay? Now, with opportunity, I love this, okay? I'm getting that a door is gonna open. You are going to get that opportunity to communicate what you want, okay? To like really delve into that. For those of you that are already in a relationship, I'm getting busy as a bee trying to make things happen and progress and creating your nest even, okay? Creating something, okay? Because with Venus, I also get that energy. Sorry, bees might be really important for some of you because I don't know. I see the bee over here and the bee over here just really calling to me right now. So that could just be something to let you know you're at the right place. Okay, but opportunities are coming your way. Okay, the red here is really telling me charge forward, own them, accept them. Okay, this could come in the form of a new person coming into your life. This could come in the form of your relationship moving on to the next level, but you are going to get that chance to reassess those things that have been in discord, that haven't worked out. And if you take this opportunity, you will be able to charge forward, okay? The warrior woman is really telling me that you are going to own this, okay? You are going to do the work. You're going to fight for what you want, okay? You're going to put your heart into this, okay? You know, with the red and the oranges and the pinks over here, yes, a heart chakra, okay, but for some of you, there could be some work that's needed to be done around assessing how your foundations, your early home life, your roots over here have affected your love style, okay? So you could be learning about how you express yourself, how you're, you know, it could be like your parent relationships or your guardians, or, you know, whoever you grew up with, or like how the people around you showed love. Honestly, I'm even getting like your ideas around love, even whatever you might have picked up from television or from whatever, right? But there's this assessment of, you know, wait. What does a healthy relationship actually look like for me? What do I actually want? Why haven't things worked out in the past? If you're with someone, what isn't working or feeling right? Because I want to make it better. I want to make it stronger. And you are, right? You're going to be over here and this warrior woman, like, just like I said, like really fighting for what you want, bringing it in. And some of that work that you do, if you do choose to take this on, right, and reflect on how those things are affecting you, are ultimately going to, I'm getting, grow your solar plexus, help you stand in your power, help you figure out who you are, like your identity, right? Like, this is what I want, this is what I need. I'm getting voice your needs even, okay? And that could be, I see it, okay? So like when I'm over here, when I was getting the messages of communicating, you know, your heart's desires and things like that, some of you might have some trouble doing that because you weren't taught to say, this is what I want, this is what would make me feel good, this is making me feel unsafe, right? Or whatever it was, right? So it's like there's this learning around that at this moment, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and pull, so the tarot cards, where are they? Where did they go? Oh, here they are. Okay, yeah, some of you might have had some trouble finding what it is that you need. But you know, guess what? You only need to be right once. Or you know what? You know what the message that I got was, it's not even, for some of you, it's like, yeah, you only need to be right once to make something work, you know, like long term over here. But it's also like, you know what? Like, I don't know, maybe you go through cycles of, you know, being in relationships and it's like, you know what? Okay, then it was what it was, and then it was good, and then whatever, okay, and then I'm gonna try this again, you know, I'm gonna, you know, continue to follow my heart. Now, the thing is that I'm getting also that, you know, as you are, you know, maybe going through relationships, I'm not saying that you're going through them all, you know, willy-nilly. Maybe you are. Maybe that's something that needs assessing. You know, are you jumping from one relationship to the next without doing some reflection over here, okay? Because then if you're doing that, then you're going to be repeating the same mistakes, and hence the opportunity to try something new and something different, okay? But it's like, yeah, okay. I forgot where I was going with that, but Yeah, I think because I think the message was that, okay, that there is this need for reflection, okay. But for some, oh no, I know where I was going with this. Like for some of you, it's like even just kind of like there is no shame, right, in saying, hey, you know what, okay, I dated this person for a while, we had fun, okay, cool, I'm gonna try something new now, okay. But I do feel like you are being encouraged to try a new approach to love here, okay. That is the thing, the message here, okay. So let's see what else the tarot has going on for you. You have, oh goodness golly, two very powerful figures here with La High Priestess and La Empress, okay. And then you have, oh goodness, La Moon and the Dose of Cups reversed, okay. Wow, okay, yeah, very much a love reading, very much big transformation happening in your love life right now, because you have three major arcanas here, okay. You have with the Empress, the High Priestess, and the Moon, okay. Woof, a lot of feelings, a lot of learning to be in your power though, okay. And with the Two of Cups, right, this is kind of what's coming your way over here. Don't be scared about the reversal, okay, because I think that the reversal, well, let me get into it. You know what, F it, I'm just gonna start there, all right. So you have the Two of Cups, okay. So I did this in like a traditional way that I like to do it, which this is like you're within, this is how you're showing up, what the universe is kind of how the universe is making you feel and things like that, how the external world is affecting your internal side. And then this is external energy that you have less control over, okay. Now the reversal of the Two of Cups, you know, it can sometimes indicate imbalance, right? The Two of Cups, you think of it traditionally, you know, very aligned to the Lover's energy, finding balance, finding your person, the person that makes you feel good, that you feel like, you know, we're just meant to be, let's take this on, that you fill each other's cups over here, okay? Another reversal over here. The big messages that I'm getting are that you may have had a fair share of broken hearts, of things just kind of not working out, failed relationships, or there could be something in your current relationship that doesn't feel quite right. There's a sense of imbalance, all right? But you are going to get this opportunity to have this partnership. This partnership is trying to find you over here, okay? Like it wants to, the energy is here. It's showed up, all right? The reversal is just saying that there's still a little bit of work to do and some recognition to do, okay? So for those of you that are following the same pattern, okay, there is this need to take a step back and assess within yourself, you know, what have I been doing that hasn't been working out? Where do you keep repeating the same cycles, the same mistakes, all right? And there is some learning to do around your own self-love, okay. I love this, you know, just kind of the Empress showing up, you know, as the same figure from the Lovers over here, and I think that's beautiful. And because there's this need for you to give that, I'm getting that unconditional love to yourself, okay. It's like as you get ready to put your love out there, okay, like you're gonna be balancing that with the way that you see yourself. There's this work to be done around your perception of the love that you have to give. It could be the way that you show love. I go back to that, okay. Like for some of you, you might be learning about your love styles. I go back to, you know, how your upbringing affected the way that you are in relationships and things like that. But it's like as you are doing the work, okay, it's like you're gonna be putting yourself out there and welcoming this in. Now the Moon is asking you to address those illusions that you may have had, okay. What are you not seeing? What have you not explored deep within? There is an untapped part to your experience in relationships, right? Like something I'm getting very deeply hidden within yourself, okay. Now for some of you, like, how do I say this? Like I am getting the sense that you may have unfortunately been presented with relationships that could have been very harmful, okay, or that affected you in a way that you're not even seeing at this moment. So that is why there's still a little bit of work left to do, okay. Some of you, I'm just getting like toxic relationships, manipulative relationships, things that, you know, you didn't even see, where you weren't able to stand in your power before, you know. So there's still a little bit of work to do around that. And honestly, I'm getting that that you will have the opportunity to practice with somebody else. Because, I always think about it like, you can read all the books, you can do all the self-help stuff and the self-care stuff and the learning about all that stuff, which you are being asked to do if you haven't been doing it. But for those of you that have been doing the work, you will get the opportunity to finally put it into practice, okay? And I'm getting continue to put it into practice, okay? So yeah, right? Like, that's why you really need to get in touch with that, okay? Because as you get these opportunities, you want to make sure that this new version of you is really standing in their power. Now, when you're very deep within over here with the High Priestess showing up reversed, there is this message of you not trusting yourself, okay? The High Priestess has all this knowledge, okay? They're intuitive, they're knowledgeable, they know what's up with the universe, all right? But the reversal is really screaming at me, you not trusting yourself. And this is the deep within. I go back to, the High Priestess can also be a secretive energy aligned over here with the moon, right? And things that are hidden and unseen. So I want to go back to something within you that you are ignoring. There's a need that you have. Maybe that's why you need to get in touch with your heart chakra, okay? So look into if your heart chakra is blocked or out of balance, what is that part telling you, okay? Because there's still something that I'm getting a little lesson that you haven't learned about yourself, a little something, okay? A snippet of knowledge that you're repressing or ignoring, an experience that you haven't fully processed, okay? And that is what's leading you to not trust yourself and to really ask for what you want and ask for what you deserve, right? To be this empress that says, this is, what I need to thrive, okay? So yeah, I mean that's the big thing, like what I have here for you, okay? Actually, no, you know what? I'm gonna pull from the little self-care deck, okay? Just because I feel called to, just with this energy here, all right? Let's see what other messages you have. You have trust yourself, trust the universe. You have, yeah, I love this. This new opportunity is coming, okay? As you trust yourself, the universe will provide, okay? This Two of Cups energy is gonna find you, okay? But you need to really work on your trusting of yourself, and then the universe will provide. And then you have, this is full energy, new beginnings, okay? And then with 13, that's death energy. So Scorpio could be important. You could have a Scorpio coming your way as well. Your Scorpio could be in Venus. Okay, that's another message that I'm getting here. Okay, but crying equals strength. Yeah, getting in touch with your heart chakra. Okay, so that thing, I go back to this, something that you're repressing, that you're not letting out. Okay, you don't need to justify why something didn't feel right or whatever. Just allow yourself to sit with those feelings. Okay, I want to pull out another one. Okay, just because I saw the green one on top and I'm like, yeah, let's pull one of the green ones. What inspires you, okay? It could be a person, a place, a thing, things like that, but use that inspiration to kind of guide you this season as well, all right? Think about the things that make you feel good, that make you feel that love, love for yourself, so that you can, charge forward and also share your love with others and put yourself out there in that way, okay? So let's see what else we have. I'm going to wrap up the reading with a message from the Four Agreements Oracle. Let's see what other messages does pile number 3 need to hear today. You have always do your best, stay in the present moment, okay? Keep your attention on today and stay in the present moment. This is the beginning of a new understanding, a new dream. All right, I'm gonna leave that there. Oh, okay, no, I want to leave it there, but I'm not. Okay, I'm gonna talk a little bit about this, okay? I love this. The new beginning, the new opportunity showing up multiple times, okay? Use your present, use what you're going through, okay, to help guide you toward your future. Okay, I'm sorry that I had to add my 2 cents there, but I felt the need to say that, okay? Like, whatever it is that you are going through, it's part of the journey and it's part of what's actually helping you, heal, okay? So, especially if you're still in discord, if you're still feeling like you're having setbacks, okay? Pay attention to those, all right? Get in touch with your heart chakra. I'm going to encourage you again. So now I'm gonna leave it there. All right, pile number 3. Thank you so much for being here. If anything resonated, please feel free to let me know. You can always leave me a like, a comment, subscribe if you feel inclined to. Thank you for sharing your energy with me, and best wishes with all. Hello, pile number 4, and those of you who chose the Lovers from the Secrets of Paradise Tarot. I am starting here by pulling some oracle cards to, get some messages, but really, I'm also using it as an energy check. Okay, so if this part of the reading makes sense to you, then you know you are at the right place. But if this part of the reading does not resonate with you, I would definitely say check out different piles, because you might have messages in other piles, but it's always possible there's no messages in this reading altogether for you, because that's just happens sometimes, you know. So that being said, okay, we are starting here we see the North Node and Future along with the number 34, and you have waxing gibbous moon, nurturing patience and refinement. You have the number 3 and balance on this side. You have solar eclipse, creation, intention and potential, and the victory card with the number 40. So if any of those numbers resonate for you, you might have, I don't know, I'm getting a birthday at the on the 3rd. You might be around 34. You might be around 40. If any of those numbers mean anything to you, you're definitely at the right place. They don't have to mean anything, just kind of throwing some stuff out there, okay? But I do want to start with the Lovers card from this deck, okay? So I was meditating on the cards before each reading, and when I was meditating, and asking for the messages for this pile, some of the things I noticed about this deck, first of all, the little, the writer calls it a cupid. It's a little cupid baby over here, okay? But the cupid baby with the headphones and the tablet phone social, I don't know why I said social media, right? But with the tablet phone thing over here, okay, really, it was the thing that stood out to me the most, okay? So, you know, for some of you, an initial message that I got was, you know, is what others are saying affecting you too much? Okay, maybe you've been worried too much about what the world has to say, or maybe gotten too caught up in social media, like, I don't know, something about needing to kind of block off the sound from around the world, okay? Because, okay, and the reason this stood out to me is because you have the Lovers here. They're dancing. They're on some dancing over here, okay? And the Cupid has its own headphones, so it's doing its own thing, you know. And the message that I got is that you need to worry about doing your own thing right now, okay? There's this need for balance within yourself is what I'm getting, okay? Also, you know, the Lovers here, they're on a dance floor, but they're by themselves, you know. There's the kind of this separation from the outside world, so that might be something that you have either been feeling or you're being asked to explore at the moment, okay? Like truly going within. I'm getting, you know, with over here with balance, finding that balance within yourself. For some of you, it could be balancing the feminine and the masculine energy over here. For others, it could just be, I'm getting holistic healing. I don't know if that means anything to anyone, but I'm getting looking at all the different parts of you that make you you, okay? A good place to start with that could be doing some chakra work. If that's not your thing, I would say check it out just in case. It might make some sense, you know, but you know, kind of paying attention to the different parts of you that make you you, okay? Because there is a victory waiting for you, okay? There is a lot of potential over here with solar eclipse, okay? Something is being born within you. There's a balance that you're going to be finding. I'm getting reconciling, you know, the past and the future with this North Node, but heading toward your future, okay? I'll get into this a little bit more. Let me start over here actually, because there's this balancing of, I'm getting who you are within and who you are without, right? So how do you show up to the world, and what do you keep hidden from yourself? Balancing of the good times and the bad times, balancing your awareness, your knowledge, like how you take care of yourself. There's this stronger version of you really waiting to rise over here, okay? There's just so much potential this season for you, okay? You know, with the North Node, I don't know, when would the North Node in Gemini happen? Is that it? Like, I'm trying to think what years that would be. I don't know. But either way, right? Like your North Node is about your destiny, you fulfilling your destiny, you starting to charge forward toward that, okay? So, you know, there is this need though, right, to be to be patient, okay, to nurture yourself, to it's okay to kind of go within. I go back to that energy, okay, of you needing to actually find that balance within yourself, work on the healing for yourself, nurture yourself, okay? There's some understanding that you are still waiting for, okay? And I'm getting that it's all about you and finding that balance. I'm getting recognizing that, you know, happy is not a destination, right? That you could be happy and sad at the same time. Learning those two ideas, that doesn't mean that you're a thing. Is that Gemini energy, huh? But right, like just kind of knowing that things can coexist, all right, over here. Like, I don't know how to explain this, right? Like you can be two different versions of yourself, right? Like who you are within and who you are without. For example, how you show up, they can be very different, and that doesn't mean that there's something wrong with you or that you're not being authentic, right? Like there's just a lot of different parts to you is what I'm getting, okay? And that you are learning to find those and love yourself for those and truly embody those. You're nurturing all the little things that make you you, and using those to help you create, okay? There's just so much potential and growth for you this season. So let's get into the tarot. Let's see what the tarot has to say as well. All right, you have the Seven of Swords. You have healing. Yes. See, didn't I say I was getting like holistic healing over here? And okay, okay, sorry, the cards went crazy. I'm gonna not take that. Let me do a little old school shuffle. Woo, that felt good. That felt so good. Like a little breeze flew from that shuffle, okay? I'm getting the wind in your hair kind of situation. Yes. Ah, okay, I love this, okay? So, whew, okay. I'm gonna go back to the healing because that was the most interesting to me, all right? Because, and this is a card for this deck, a special card for this deck, okay? But earlier, you know how I was saying, like, it's like this needing to pay attention to each of the parts of yourself. For some of you, chakra work could be very healing, all right? Or paying attention to your different chakras, actually getting in touch with, hey, what part of me is out of balance? Or even just working toward find that balance, you know, for each individual part of yourself, but also like, how do I say this? Like how do the different parts of myself connect to each other, right? Like how do my feelings affect, you know, how I present myself? How does my upbringing affect how I think about myself? How does, you know, like, you know what I mean? Like just kind of finding that interconnection, and it's all about you, baby. This season is just, you are focused on you so much right now. You're gonna be learning so much about you and just like rise so victorious over here, okay? So anyway, yeah, some of you might want to look into that, okay? Or maybe some sort of spiritual healing practices. It doesn't have to be chakra work, okay? The reason, you know, okay, I'm going to go on a little side story over here, but the reason that chakra work just really stands out to me is because I'm someone who really struggled to, you know, recognize their feelings, recognize I know that's TMI and things like that. Like, you're not here about to hear about me, but I feel like it was so helpful. Okay. So one of the things that I first learned was to pay attention to my body, right? Oh, okay. If I'm getting, like a stomach ache when I'm in a meeting or something, right? It's like, oh, okay, I can potentially be feeling unsafe, right? Maybe I can't express myself, or I'm feeling like my safety is threatened. So that's why, in turn, if you get a frog in your throat, maybe that's why you feel like you can't speak out, right? Like that sort of thing. So for some of you, that could be the first step over here. Some of you might be getting in touch with your feelings, learning to recognize your needs as well. So that is why I kind of advocate for this. Now, if you look into it and it's just not for you, you have nothing to gain from it, then hey, whatever. But I do feel, I don't know, just like all the purple over here, I'm getting this expansion, like this awareness, like you opening up, yourself to learn a different way to take care of yourself and your needs here. Okay. So like, I don't know, I'm just really getting that here. Okay. Because it could also be, I go back to holistic healing, because it could also be manifesting it to yourself into, physical ailments over here. Right. So it's like, okay, what does it matter? Yeah, like you can start, let's say eating healthier or eating clean, or, making sure that you're working out, right? But if you're not assessing or addressing other parts of your soul or your body, your personhood that need healing, right? Like you're not paying attention to your emotional needs, let's say, right? Then, you're still going to feel out of balance. I hope that makes sense. Like there's just this big, it's like a good time to get started on that, taking care of your needs as a whole, finding that balance. Okay. Now, with the Seven of Swords, I'm getting be tactful, okay? Like just kind of strategize, all right? Some of you, this is, what energy is this? This would be Aquarian energy, yeah. I don't know why I got that. Aquarius might be important for some of you. But some of you, I don't know, like I'm getting like you might be feeling betrayed. You might be feeling scared to show yourself. You might be feeling like there are people out there to hurt you, like that kind of sense over here. And in turn, that's impeding you from trusting yourself is a big thing that I'm getting, like trusting your feelings, trusting how you show up in the world. All right. But there's this need to be tactful, to strategize. Know that, like I'm getting recognize your brilliance. Okay, like you got plans, you got moves to make over here. Okay, so I'm getting just the really like, because the Seven of Swords can be a little bit of a scary card. Some people call it, I call it sometimes like the lying, cheating, stealing card, as well. Like I call it that as well, I mean. But I'm getting the positive sides of this, the light side of this, the need to strategize, and I'm getting the need to create, routine strategies that are going to help you be tactful in the world as you're navigating it. Okay. Address what is it that you are not letting go of, because Mother Earth over here, Madre Tierra, is wanting you to close out the cycles of the things that haven't worked out for you. Okay, Madre Tierra is a level up waiting to happen, but especially with the reversal over here, I'm getting resistance from you. Okay, it could be a mental shift that's needing to happen. It could be doing things in your everyday life that you need to apply, getting in touch with feelings over here that you're not recognizing. It could be, learning about yourself in ways that, I don't know, like not wanting to learn about how to take care of yourself, like just resistance. It could come in different ways. Sorry, those were like the big ideas that I'm getting over here. Um, but you're being asked to embrace this, to embody this, to truly charge forward with this Chariot energy, because Madre Tierra wants to give you a level up, a new version of yourself, a victorious version of yourself, a strong version of yourself who's balanced, who's meeting their destiny and their future over here. Okay, like this is gonna be a strong season for you. Okay, like it's gonna get that ball rolling. Okay, there's just so much potential potential here, but you need to choose to accept the challenge is the message that I'm getting. You need to be willing to try to do things differently. You need to learn to prioritize your need. You need to actually take the action steps toward your healing, toward this addressing and paying attention to the different parts of yourself. And that is a whole lot of hard work, okay? Like it very much is. But the Chariot wants you to try something new. The Charioteer over here leaves behind what what doesn't. Oh, okay. I guess I have to delve into story time now. But the Charioteer wants you to leave behind what doesn't work out and charge towards something new. Okay, it's promising you success. This is what's coming your way, and it's promising you success, but that's not gonna happen if you don't get on the horse and ride it. Okay, and I'm sorry I was chuckling. You can totally skip over this a couple of seconds if this is like, because this is just a side story. But this figure here, I don't know, I don't remember in the booklet who it's exactly supposed to represent, but it reminds me of this famous figure in Latin American culture. There was Walter Mercado, and he did like horoscopes and things like that, and on TV, and he was super famous and very much a character, and you know, it was great. But there was like a parody of his, like of this Walter Mercado figure, and by who was it? I can't remember, but somebody did a parody of his character, and he had a saying. I can't remember like exactly what the saying was, but you know, he would just kind of say like, oh, and I'm sending you like a lot of love or something like that. But in the parody figure, it was like le mando todo lo que me sobra. And the message that I got is like, you are carrying so much extra baggage. So what that means is like, I'm sending you everything that's extra, right? Like everything that I don't want, everything that I don't need, right? And sorry, like it's not fun. It's funny to me, okay? Maybe someone out there knows what I'm talking about. Let me know if you know what I'm talking about. Do you know who Walter Mercado is? Can you please tell me? Like, anyway, this might have been the totally derailment, but I'm just getting strong messages around like there is so much baggage that you need to put out there and be like, nope, that is not my problem anymore. I am getting rid of all this extra baggage that I'm carrying. This like is extra for me. I don't need it. I don't want it. Okay, bye-bye. Okay, like it's just, I'm getting those heavy. Okay, like you're carrying so much that you don't need to carry with you. So that is that. Okay. So yes, all right, this season, charge forward toward your healing. Okay, your future is waiting for you. Like and you know, and it doesn't have to be like your ultimate future, but like just this new version of yourself is waiting to arise here. Okay, this level up is trying to find you. So strategize, figure out what is it that I'm gonna do. You know, even if you start small. Okay, maybe like, you know, holistic healing sounds scary, right? But start thinking about what are the little steps that I can start taking toward my healing. What is the first thing that I can address? What do I feel like is standing out the most right now? Which of my needs is the first one that I need to meet? And then, you know, work your way up, right? I'm getting starting, you know, especially with the strategized situation, you know, start incorporating, you know, one little routine, right? And then once you're familiar with that, you know, like let's say that it's, okay, I'm gonna make sure that I eat breakfast every day, right? And it's like, okay, once you're good at getting up and eating breakfast, it's like, okay, I'm gonna, I don't know, like do 20, I don't know why I got 20 jumping jacks, I don't know. But, you know, I'm gonna do 20 jumping jacks, you know, before my breakfast, right? And like slowly start building up. And it doesn't have to be all about physical health. I'm just saying little examples over here, okay? It might be getting up and doing a 10-second prayer, right? And then moving up. And by prayer, I mean to whomever you know, whatever you follow. Prayer can be to the universe, right? It can be to your higher self. It can be to a deity if you follow a certain religion, right? Or just kind of getting in touch with that spirituality as well. All right, so that's what I have for you right now. Pile number 4. Okay, a big season for healing here, a better, stronger you, really coming in strong here. So all right, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this reading with some messages from the Four Agreements Oracle here. What else does pile number 4 need to hear right now? What else does pile number 4 need to hear right now? Okay, always do your best. Do your best because you want to. Okay, before I read the back, I'm just going to say, you know, this is like, take care of yourself because you ultimately want to take care of yourself, right? Like, not because you feel like it's what you need to do. Maybe that's how you want to start, right? But that might be a big thing that you need to stop resisting over here, right? If you're like not taking care of your needs and things like that, why don't you feel like you're worth it, right? That could be a starting point over here. So I'm getting like, work on wanting to take care of yourself, work on wanting, you know, like even finding, you know, like that healing. And then I feel like it's going to be cyclical, you know, as you kind of work on that, then you're going to feel stronger about taking care of your needs. And then it's going to feel me, you know what I mean? Like just a cycle of you feeling better over here. Okay. So for the message, it says, you do your best when you are enjoying the action or doing it in a way that will not have negative repercussions for you. You do your best because you want to do it, not because you have to do it, not because you are trying to please the judge, and not because you are trying to please other people. Okay. I wish I could leave it there, but I feel like I want to add, you know, if you're, you know, working on your healing and things like that, try to find ways to make it enjoyable. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna go back to like the food thing. You know, for example, let's say that you're eating breakfast and you're like, oh, well, I feel like I need to eat this boring breakfast because, you know, it's what sounds right or whatever. And it's like, okay, like find ways to also make it enjoyable, right? Well, how can I be healthy and still eat the things that I like and things like that? You know what I mean? I hope you know what I mean, okay? So as you're working on your healing, it doesn't have to be a burden. The message that I'm getting is like, you know, how people sometimes it's like, oh, it's time for my meditation class, or it's my meditation time, and now I'm stressed out and I'm going to like this, and then it's counterproductive, right? So do things, try to like incorporate things slowly in a way that actually, you know, feel good, okay? Because this is what this is all about. This healing is all about you feeling good and pleasing yourself, making yourself, you know, happy over here. So I'm gonna leave it there. Pile number 4. I feel very ranty. But thank you so much for being here. If anything resonated, please feel free to let me know. You can always leave me a like, a comment, subscribe if you feel inclined to. You can check out my other videos. Thank you for sharing your energy with me, and best wishes with all.